Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask me a bunch of questions over on the community tab here on YouTube, and I'm going to answer them all today. So if you guys do want to get to know me a little bit better, then just keep watching. I'm going to have to pull this out. Also, I just want to if this is the first video that you're seeing of me, then you don't understand why my background looks like this, but I'm in the process of getting all my new furniture, decorating and everything like that. So it's kind of a mess and unorganized in the back, so just ignore that. I'm gonna pull up the community tab now and see what you guys asked so that I can answer them. So the first question someone asked was, what is the story of you and your boyfriend? How long have you been together, and do you see yourself marrying him? So me and my boyfriend met 4 years ago. Our story is pretty freaking weird. I guess it's like any random college story. I lived over on Temple campus and he went to Temple University. So one night, we didn't even know each other. We didn't grow up from the same town or anything. One night, me and this girl I used to be friends with went out to party, and we were just kind of following people around to parties because we didn't know where to go, and we just wanted to get drunk and walk around. And then we came out of this pregame. We ended up at some weird party. It was Temple gymnastics team, and all the girls in there were looking at us like, why the fuck are you here? We don't even know who you are. So we took a picture and we left. We were like, yeah, we don't belong here. We don't know anybody here. We just followed random guys into the party. So then we left. So we go out of the party and we were like, all right, let's find an actual party. This was just a pregame, this was just friends, and we just ended up at some random party, and we were like, okay, we'll go to a frat party or something. So then we saw all of these guys sitting on the steps of someone's house, and I don't know why. I was blackout drunk. I was really fucking drunk. Me and my friend walked up to them, and him and his friends, and I didn't even get a good look at everybody, but I was like, where are you guys going? What are you doing? And they were like, we don't know, we're trying to figure out the same thing. And we were like, okay, we'll come with you, we'll go wherever you are. And at this point, I'm really freaking drunk. I'm not even looking at the whole group of people. I think I saw the first person I was looking at, and I took my phone. I was like, all right, add me on Snapchat to everybody. They were passing my phone around to all their friends, and I saw Jeremy, my boyfriend, and I took my phone out of his friend's hands and I put it in his face. I was like, add me, add me, add me, add me. And then yeah, we went to a party together. He completely lied to me. He told me that he was on the lacrosse team, and he told me that he was on the lacrosse team. All of his friends actually did, and I believed him. And it's actually funny because maybe 2 weeks after that, I had asked him, oh my God. Sorry, my camera was running out of storage. I should have deleted things before I started this. But anyway, as I was saying, 2 weeks later, after that, I asked him, I was like, oh my God, I just drove past your practice. Are you at practice right now? And he was like, I don't play lacrosse. That was a total lie. I played tennis in high school, which was really funny because he actually liked Coco. Can you not? But yeah, that's kind of how we met. We just met on the street and we started hanging out ever since. He would always come over to my house, and we just kind of drifted into a relationship, I guess. He never formally asked me out. But we don't really know when we started dating because he never formally asked me out, but we met literally the second day that he moved in to Temple. So I'd say we met August 23rd because I have Snapchat memories from when I took pictures at that at the Temple gymnastics house, and it was August 23rd, and then we basically never stopped talking since then. We never saw anybody else after that, and just kept hanging out. So I would say August 23rd, but it was probably around September something. So it's been 4 years since then. We met in 2017. Do I see myself marrying him? Yes, I do see myself marrying him. Obviously, when you're in a relationship with someone, if you don't see that far of a future with them, then what's the point of being with them? I don't see the point in being in a relationship with someone if you're not planning on having a future with them, because at that point you're just wasting your time and you're wasting the other person's time. That was like a long answer, I'm sorry, but I felt like, you know, you guys probably wanted the whole experience of how we met. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you have any goals you look forward to accomplishing? Obviously, only want you to feel comfortable sharing what you want. Oh, she said obviously only what you feel comfortable sharing. So where do I see myself in 5 years? So I've always given myself like a timeline, not like a 5-year or 3-year timeline, but maybe that would be like a better option for me. But I'm always like saying how I want to be successful by the time I'm 25. I don't know why I put that number in my head. Obviously, I'm not gonna be like super disappointed. I think overall, I really wanna be financially stable and just like completely like settled with life and have like my dream job by the time I'm 30, like no later than 30. I would love it by 25. You know, things happen where it can't come that sooner, then that's fine, but that's my goal, is to have everything by 25. I want to be done stripping by the time I'm 25. I don't know if you guys know this, but like stripping isn't my everything. I didn't start dancing because it was fun. I didn't start dancing because I was like, oh my God, that looks like a fun job. I danced because I liked the freedom and the flexibility of a schedule and the money. So, and the financial freedom that comes with it. It was never like a long-term goal of mine to become a stripper. I don't want to elaborate off of it at all. It's not something that I'm like, oh my God, like I want to be the face of this. If anything, I'm just helping it build and grow to what I want to get to. So I would like to be done with that by the time I'm 25. I want to, you know, I want to grow on YouTube. I want to build a bigger community and just like be able to go to like events and get better brand deals, like bigger brand deals, and just be like really successful with my YouTube channel. And then I also want to have my own clothing brand and it be really successful. I am already in the works with that, so if you guys do want to go follow the Instagram, I'll put it up here on the screen. It's called Tosh, but the Instagram handle right now is tosh.usa, just because the Tosh handle is already taken. And it's not fully ready. I'm not gonna give you guys a date of like when it's going to be, you know, like ready to launch and stuff like that, because I'm still working on that on my end and just like what I want, what I don't want. But I will tell you that it is in the process of starting up. I do have samples being made. I have branding done. I have the outsides of the business done, and then I just need to get it set the way I want to set. But that is my number one dream job, is to own my own clothing company. I went to school for fashion design. I have always loved fashion. My goals to look forward to is my clothing brand and my YouTube. I'm just excited to see it grow. I'm excited to see how like you guys react to like when I launch my clothing brand, and like see if it becomes a success or not. I mean, I know it's gonna be a success. And at the end of the day, it's my passion. It is something that I would love to make money off of, obviously, because I am putting a lot of money into this clothing brand. But at the end of the day, like, I'm never gonna stop trying to make it bigger and better. So if the first time I launch something flops or fails, I'm not gonna be that disappointed in myself, but I am gonna make it my biggest attempt to make sure that doesn't happen, but you never know. So someone asked me, are there any Philly clubs you wouldn't recommend to new dancers? So this is really hard for me to answer because I haven't worked at every club in Philly. I also don't want to give it away because then, you know, there's not a lot of clubs here. I don't really want to say where I work for privacy reasons, safety reasons. You guys should understand that. But honestly, I would just do your research. If you guys have any questions about like certain clubs or anything like that, you can certainly, you know, DM me on Instagram and I could get back to you. But there is an app called Dancers Resource, which is really good to have if you guys are ever looking to like travel and dance and stuff like that. It always has like all the reviews of the clubs and the audition process, how much the house fee is, you know, if it's like a good club or not, good money or not. That's like a really good app to use. But also you can usually judge based off of what it looks like. If it looks really run down and trashy, most likely is. It's just how it is. How much longer do you plan on dancing? How is it being in a long distance relationship? And what are your plans for your YouTube channel? So this is kind of 3 questions in one, but I'm gonna answer them all together. So how much longer do I plan on dancing? I would love to stop dancing within the next year, but you know, right now this is my main source of income, and I don't really want to stop dancing until I can have an equal amount or a higher amount of income from something else. I would love if my YouTube was my main source of income, but that is just not the case at the moment. But you never know what can happen in a year, so let alone a couple of months. But I would like to end it in a year, but realistically, if you know my YouTube grows slower than anticipated, I'd say by the time I'm 25, I would love to be done. And then how is it being in a long distance relationship? Honestly, it's really hard. Not because I don't have a boyfriend with me all the time. It's not anything with trust or anything. We have honestly, this has opened my eyes so much that we have so much trust for each other. There hasn't been an instinct where either of us are insecure about what the other is doing. We are so good at communicating, and just it's crazy. I didn't realize how much trust we really did have until we weren't together anymore. And obviously it's a little bit more on my end because he's kind of locked into a base, so I know he's not going out and doing anything, but you know, he easily could be going with his friends to strip clubs and you know, going out with girls. It's not it's inevitable, but it's not I don't trust him if he were to go out and do that. And then same for him with me. He knows that, you know, I would never do anything to jeopardize a relationship. And I always tell him, I was look, if I felt I wanted to cheat on you, I would just break up with you. What's the point of me? You're literally in California. What is the point of me keeping you along if I wanted to be with someone else? There is no point, because you're not here. You're not even here anymore. And also we're just not like that. So honestly, it's good because we've learned that about each other, and I feel it's made our relationship a lot stronger in that aspect. But it's hard because, you know, that's my best friend, and I don't have anybody to really hang out with anymore, which kind of sucks because my friends aren't really around all like that. You know, they have their own lives. My one friend has a daughter, so you know, it's not as easy for her to pick up and come over and just hang out with me. But I miss having someone to always do something with. I miss cooking with him, living with him, and doing fun things together. And now once again, this is the first year where, you know, we actually have money to do things and go have fun. So it sucks that this is the first year that we have money to go out and be cute, go on cute dates, do a bunch of stuff every weekend, and we can't anymore because he's not here. So that's the hard part. But other than that, we're able to FaceTime every single day, so we're always keeping up with each other and FaceTiming every day. Fortunately, I have the money to be able to go visit him as well, which is awesome, because if I wasn't in the position that I'm in now, I literally would not be able to go visit him because it's expensive. It's really freaking expensive, and I didn't realize how expensive it was gonna be, but bitch, every time I go, it's over $1,000 because I have to get a rental car, I have to get the flight, I have to get the hotel. And don't get it twisted, he does help me out, but I'm just saying, it's just insanely expensive. And then you also have to get food while you're there, and just you know, it's a lot of money. But I'm lucky and I'm fortunate that I'm in the position that I am to be able to go do that, because otherwise I don't even know what I would do. And then what are your plans for your YouTube channel? I really want to use this platform as my little community for my clothing brand and every other business adventure that I want to do. I want to bring you guys along just within my life. I also like having these memories. You know, I have all these memories of going to see my boyfriend while he's away, and how cool would that be to be able to show my kids, you know, eventually, look, I went to see your father. I just think it would be really cool to be able to have these memories and like home videos. Obviously it would be a lot better if I was like with my boyfriend and like we had like the memories to like save together, but I still like, you know, going about my day-to-day. It's kind of like a little diary, and I like being able to share that with you guys as well and get tips and tricks from you guys. You guys give a lot of advice, which is awesome. I love that. And then also I just want to like have I have no one to talk to. I'm literally so lonely, and I feel like now with this platform, I know that's super cliche and like every YouTuber says that, but like if I wasn't talking to you, I'd be talking to myself. So I'd rather be talking to you. But I do plan on just like, you know, I will do this for a while. When I start my clothing brand and I have other business adventures, you know, I'm not gonna stop this. That's kind of why I've steered away from the stripping content, because I don't want to be classified as a stripper. Not that that's a bad thing, but I don't want to be like in that particular realm of YouTubers, because I do want to quit YouTube. I do want to quit stripping and have like my channel as like my lifestyle vlog, because that is why I started YouTube and why I've always wanted to start YouTube. And I don't want to be in the position where I stop stripping and then people don't want to subscribe anymore, people aren't interested in my videos anymore. So that's kind of why I incorporate a little bit of everything, and then here and there I'll incorporate a stripper vlog or something like that. I hope that answered your question. I don't know. As you can tell, I really just like talking, and I could talk forever, and I will talk in circles. All right. So someone asked, is there a bad side to stripping that we don't see? I know a lot of people think it's great money, but are you protected and you're safe? Okay, obviously, okay, this is actually a really good question, because I feel like every single like stripper YouTuber or anything about stripping is just glamorizing it 100%. And when I went in, I was really blindsided, because I really thought it was like easy peasy money and someone was just literally gonna hand you, you know, like 10K for being pretty, and that's just not the case. I mean, someone might hand you $100 just for being pretty, but not an insane amount of money. But yeah, there are bad sides to stripping. I mean, you're around a bunch of drunk men who, you know, think that every girl is the same in there. So I'm not gonna lie to you and say that, you know, every girl is the same in there. There are girls in the club that will do more. So there are customers that expect that. I'm sure they'll try to be aggressive. I've had friends have really bad experiences where, you know, they've literally had to run out and get the bouncer, or like can't even show up to work anymore because she's just had like so much trauma, and like she's scared that it's gonna happen again. And you know, she's gone through situations like that previously in her life, and like it has affected her in a way where it's hard for her to pull the hands off or be aggressive back and be like, no. So there are situations like that, but I think you have to know yourself going into it. You really need to research your club and make sure that they have really good security. You're always getting walked to your car. Make sure that, you know, like your management and your bouncers and everything like that are coincided with you and want to protect you and not the customer, because that is like really important. Because say you're in a room with someone and they're attempting to try to touch you inappropriately and you are just not having it, you don't want that. Like, that's not something that you do. You go and you get the bouncer and they'll be kicked out and you get your money. So there's never a situation where you should feel like, oh, I need to stay in this situation because I'm making this money, because you always get your money up front. And if they do anything appropriate, anything along the lines of prostitution or sex work or anything like that, they will be kicked out because it is illegal. So, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that it doesn't happen. There are people that try, and you just need to know yourself enough to know that, you know, you're not gonna put yourself in that situation. You can usually tell how a guy is before you go for a dance with them. It's pretty easy to read men that are aggressive and are gonna try to be really touchy, because they usually are right off the bat. But you know, there are certain situations where they do probably hide it. But usually the guys are pretty straightforward with what they want. And my instinct is to just tell you to go with your instinct and don't lie to them. Don't make them think that they're gonna get something that they're not. All I'm saying is just know your boundaries, know what you want from the outcome. Just like pay attention to the men around you and just like their mannerisms and everything like that, because they show it on the front side. And don't think that they're just like being funny or anything like that. No, they actually like, there are girls that offer it. So a lot of them do expect that every girl does, when most of us do not. Not every single guy in the club is going to be a diamond in the dozen. But for the most part, you are pretty safe in your club. Just make sure you research it, because not every club is the same. You know, if the managers are being creepy to you, then I wouldn't work there. If anybody in the workplace is creepy to you, I would not work there. And then also just make sure, you know, when you go in there and you're auditioning and you're filling out paperwork, that you're asking those questions about house security, making sure that like you're getting walked to your car. Like, don't be afraid to ask for protection, because that's what they're there for. They're there to protect you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. What's your relationship with your family? I have a pretty good relationship with my family. I mean, we're not like super close all like that. Me and my mom are pretty close. I tell her everything. Me and my sister are really close. I tell her everything as well. Me and my little sister are, you know, we're not like super close because she's so young. She's 13 and I'm 23. We have a huge age gap, but you know, I'm always there for her in case she needs me or anything like that. My dad and I are not like super close. Obviously he's there for me when he needs me, but you know, he's not calling me every day to check up on me. He doesn't know like everything about my life. I don't know. I feel like all dads are kind of like that. Maybe not. Maybe it's just mine. But yeah, we're not like super close. But for the most part, we are all good. I talk to everybody in my family. Me and my cousins and all that. We don't really talk on a daily basis, but we have each other on like social media. And you know, when we get to our family gatherings, it's like we never left. Okay, someone asked me 3 questions. If I was not stripping, what job would I be doing right now? So if I wasn't dancing, I would probably still be a waitress, or I'd probably try to get into bartending, or I actually went to real estate. I took the real estate course, and that was gonna be my, like, I was gonna do that instead of dancing, and then start my YouTube, no, not my YouTube, my clothing brand from there. So maybe something in real estate. But honestly, like, my last straw was when I applied to all these places and got hired, and then they all ghosted me. Then I was like, fuck that, I'm just gonna, fuck it. I guess this is the universe telling me to just go strip. Someone said my favorite Dunkin' Donuts drink again, and I always get an iced coffee, a medium iced coffee with caramel and just cream. I don't get sugar or anything else in it. And then sometimes I'll get an iced caramel macchiato with oat milk if I'm feeling fancy. But it's usually the iced coffee that I get most of the time when I go there. If not caramel, then I'll get hazelnut. It's so good. If I could live anywhere other than PA, where would you live? I don't know, it's such a hard one because I really do like Pennsylvania as much as I hate it. Like, I think it's a beautiful state to live in. I love the trees, I love the country, like the suburbs of it. I love like that there's a little city in it. But I actually do like PA a lot. I like all the nature and everything like that. I think I was looking to live when I was like younger, where I wanted to live before I really, you know, started enjoying the city and stuff, was like the Hamptons. I think I would live over there. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. I think I used to watch the show called Revenge, and I just loved like the little life they had over there. Obviously, like, they were rich as fuck, but I don't know why, like, that area just was speaking to me, and I was like, oh, I would live there. Eventually I would love to live on the outside of Philly, in the outside of Philly, so that I'm so close to the city but still have like the suburbs, because I really do enjoy the suburbs. Especially, I think the city is awesome for when you're for when you're young, and you know, like, there's a bunch of things to do, but eventually when I'm settled down with a family, I'd rather live in the suburbs. But yeah, I think I would probably stay in PA. I don't think that I would move really anywhere else. I don't know. I just like the weather and everything here, and you know, my family's still far away, but not too far away that I can't like go and drive and see them. But yeah, and I'm close to New York City and stuff like that. Said, do you find it hard to eat right and focus on the gym while dancing? And no, I think if anything, it makes me want to work out more and eat healthier more because, you know, everybody's looking at your body. And for me, like if I'm showing my body, I would rather be in the best shape ever than be a little pudgy. And even if I'm like a little bloated, I'm like, fuck, like I need to wear a one piece or something like that. So no, if anything, I think it's more encouraging. Do I think I'll always live in America? And do I enjoy sharing my life with you on YouTube? I probably will always live in America. I just think, I don't know. I mean, it's not, I haven't really even traveled to any other country, so I really can't say. I think, you know, I would love to go and travel and see how other countries work and everything like that, but I think I probably would stay in America just because my family's here and it's just easier. I wouldn't want to be like that far away from them, just in case anything happens, you know. And yes, I do love sharing my life on YouTube. Honestly, it's annoying when people try to put their 2 cents into it, but I just kind of ignore it because I don't really care. But I think it's fun to be able to look back on these videos. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't like it. Did you ever consider making OnlyFans to make more money? So the answer to that is no. I don't want an OnlyFans. I don't want my body online. I don't want people to be able to subscribe to me, be able to like share my photo, like screenshot my photos and stuff like that. Out of respect for my boyfriend as well. So, you know, when I'm dancing, I'm a different name. I have a dancer name. I'm there to make my money and leave. Like, they don't see anything else but my tits. And that's about it. And I honestly don't think, I don't think that OnlyFans girls even make that much money. I think a lot of the ones that do are the ones that do like porn and stuff, or, you know, had a following before then or have their bodies done. I don't think that, you know, like average girls make that much money off of not doing a lot. So yeah, I know there was like a whole trend on TikTok of like girls posting bikini pictures and making all this money. That's a lie. Like, there's no way that they're making that much money just showing bikini photos. And if they were then, they aren't now. I'm gonna tell you that now. I know my friends do OnlyFans and they don't make enough to make it even worth it. When did I start dancing? I started dancing in 2020, right before COVID. I started that January and then stopped the end of February because then March everything shut down. And then I restarted again in like February of this year, 2021, and have been working there since. And yes, it is my main job at the moment. Am I still dancing? I saw a lot of people were commenting that on my last video. Yes, I am still dancing. I'm just not posting a lot of stripper videos because this is like my main type of content I want. I love daily vlogs. Like, that is how I started my YouTube. That's how I always wanted my YouTube. I wanted more fashion, not as much stripping. I do like sharing those little bits of my life with you guys just to show, like, you know, answer any questions that you guys have and give that little insight into my life to you guys as well. But also, it's just not like the content that I want to be known for, because I do plan on quitting. So I don't want a bunch of people to like subscribe to me for a bunch of stripper videos and then one day I just stop posting stripper videos. What's my zodiac sign? I'm a Leo. My birthday is August 13th. It just passed. Are you older or younger than your sister? I am younger than my sister. Everybody thought that I was older. She's older. She's 26 and I'm 23. So we're 3 years apart. And I'm the youngest. I'm the younger sister. I'm the middle child, actually. I don't really talk about my younger sister much on here because she's 13 and she doesn't live here. She lives with her father, and Central PA, so outside of the city. So you guys don't see her a lot because she's not up here all the time. How often do I get to see my boyfriend? Honestly, I can go see him when I want. It's just really expensive to go visit him all the time. Obviously, like, I have bills to pay, I have to work. He's only available on the weekends, so that means I have to give up a weekend of work to go visit him. So probably every couple of months, but you know, we just started this journey, so it could get better than that. It could get more than that, more consistent than that, but that's just kind of where it is now. I'm actually going to see him in a couple of weeks, so I will be vlogging that for you guys because I'm bringing his friend and his friend's girlfriend as well, so I'm not traveling alone, which is awesome. How long have I been on YouTube, and were I scared or stressed out about starting YouTube? So I've been on YouTube for, okay, it's hard to answer this question because I've honestly been on and off. I feel like I'm just moving a lot. Okay, this question's kind of hard to answer because I've been on and off YouTube, but not like consistently. So when I was in, I'm just gonna give you the backstory, even if you don't want it. So when I was in high school, I used to start YouTube channels all the time, and I actually had like 100 subscribers at one point. And then I would get scared when school would start up again, and I would delete my profile. Like, I would delete it, and I would delete all the videos, and then, you know, the next year would happen, and I would do it again, and then I would delete it again because I would get scared. And then like me and my friends at the time in high school like tried to do it together, and then we all decided that we were gonna delete them before we went back to school, and we thought that, like, you know, doing them together was gonna make it easier, like in case we got bullied for it. And then we all just chickened out. We were like, no. So then I knew once I got out of high school I really wanted to start a YouTube channel and like take it seriously and everything like that, but you know, life got in the way, and I tried to, but it felt like very like inorganic, and it just was not like entertaining at all. The videos were just shit, like such shit. And you know, we didn't have like the iPhone, I think, what did I have, like the iPhone 7, and like the camera quality just wasn't good at all, so it wasn't even like compared to what, you know, YouTubers were using. They were using like the Canon G7X already, so you know, for my channel to even get noticed, it would have like taken a while. So I just kind of like stopped because I was like, I don't want to put that work into it. So then I bought a camera. So then like 2 years ago, I bought a camera, and it was really shitty. I was so excited. I was like, if I buy this camera, that means like I'm gonna be consistent, like I'm gonna do this, because I'm not gonna spend $300 on a camera to not use it and like not do this. So then I did it for about half a year. I wasn't consistent at all. I think I had like 36 subscribers. I was not consistent at all. Like, I would post like, and also like 10 of those subscribers were me. So I would post like once every few months, and then I would try to do like Vlogmas, and it just didn't work. I was like super awkward in front of the camera. Like, I wasn't bubbly or anything. Honestly, it was super boring, and I have the videos on private, so I could like show you guys like eventually, but they're just like really cringy. And I just like wasn't comfortable in front of it, so I just like took a break, and I was like, maybe this isn't like what I want to do anymore. Like, maybe I'm just forcing this because it's like what I used to want to do. And then I was like, no, I honestly think it was just like the environment that I was in. So I lived with roommates, I lived around people that I wasn't like super comfortable with. Like, I couldn't vlog in front of people, and that's like the hardest part to get started, I feel like, is, you know, like not wanting to vlog in front of people, because it is really awkward because you are just talking to a camera. But yeah, once I moved out of my apartment with my roommates, which was my last apartment, I decided that I wanted to start it, because I was like, oh, like I finally moved, like I have no excuses anymore to like not start it. So I actually did do a move-in vlog while I was there, and then I was like, I never finished it, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like continue this, or not that I'm not gonna continue it, but I'm not gonna continue this specific vlog. I'll just start it when I feel like it's ready. And then COVID happened, and I was like, this is perfect. Like, I'm just gonna start. I have no excuses now. Like, I have absolutely nothing like else to do with my life. Like, I might as well like pick this up as a hobby. So when COVID happened, I started it. So I started in like May, I think, May of 2020. And then I just kept going, and I decided that I was gonna be really consistent because, you know, that's how you grow. Like, people don't want to subscribe to people. Well, I watch YouTube all the time. I don't want to subscribe to someone that's not gonna post like all the time, you know what I mean? Like, you like their videos for a reason, you're subscribing for a reason. Like, you want someone that's consistently posting. And I just made it like a dedicated thing, and I was like, look, like, I need to be consistent with this shit. Like, I watched a bunch of videos of like how to like make a schedule and stuff like that, and everybody was saying to start with posting 1 day a week, so that's what I did. And then finally I was like, I can do 2 days a week. Like, I'm filming videos all the time, and then the rest is history. Here I am. So I started about like a year ago. All right, the last question someone asked me is how tall I am, and I am 5'6". I feel like I'm right in the middle. I'm not like too tall, and I'm not like too short. But I feel like I look taller because my legs are super long, but I'm only 5'6". But that's all the questions you guys asked me, and honestly, that's probably enough answered for this video anyway, because this video is gonna be so long because I could just talk your ear off all day. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys do have any other questions that you guys want to ask me or anything like that, feel free to comment them down below. You guys can always ask me questions, and if you guys do want more like Q&A videos like this, definitely let me know, because I do like, you know, sharing my life with you guys and having you guys get to know me a little bit better, because I did never do anything like this on my channel before. Like, I never did a get to know me or anything like that, but I feel like I'm pretty open with my life. So if you guys do want another one of these videos, or you guys are just curious, I'll answer the questions down below as well. But yeah, that's all for this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Also, you guys should turn on my post notifications. I know that's like really fucking annoying to say, and I feel like every YouTuber says that, and before I was like, why are they saying that to me? I honestly like never understood why every YouTuber said that, but honestly, my analytics are showing me that you guys aren't seeing my videos when I post them recently, and that is really disheartening. So if you guys do want to make sure you're keeping up with me and seeing every video, I would suggest turning that on so that you guys do see that. But I will see you guys in my next video.